Hey everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to make better decisions in your relationship with other people as well as the one you have with yourself. And I'm going to use something or teach you something called choice architecture or getting a nudge. Do you love it? It's called nudge theory. It's a real thing. And what it is, it was originally coined by these two guys, Thaler and Sunstein, in around 2008. And I want to tell you, just so you're really listening, that Thaler, one of these guys, ended up winning the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2017 based on this theory, okay? So if you weren't listening before, hopefully you're listening now, because this can really help change your life. Really what choice architecture is, or nudge, is using some sort of subtle intervention that guides your choices without restricting them, okay? And this helps you make better decisions. Now, the famous research that was done was, there was a really famous study, for example, in a hospital, where the hospital wanted people, of course, in a health conscious way to drink more water who came to the cafeteria. So what they did was they moved where the sodas were to kind of like the end of the line, and they put out water in water bottles and pretty baskets filled with water and refrigerators filled with water and all kinds of things from the beginning all the way through the line. And what they found was that they had this huge increase in people buying water and this huge decrease in people choosing sodas. And this is true, you can use this in all areas of your life. So before I get into relationships with others, I'll tell you about one with yourself that you can do. For example, if you want to eat healthier when you come home from work, you open that fridge and you're just grabbing stuff. Well, all you need to do, and this really will work, is maybe cut up some fresh fruit or vegetables or something you do want to eat, put it in a clear bowl, has to be clear, covered with like plastic wrap, so something you can obviously see. Put it in the front of your refrigerator. At the same time, take anything like chips or cookies or anything like that. You don't have to get rid of them. You don't have to move them out of your house. Just move them somewhere where they're not obvious. So if they usually sit on the counter or on top of the refrigerator or in some obvious place, easy to get to, move them to the back of a drawer or the back of a cabinet, into another room in a pantry or something. Move them so that they're harder to, you don't see them easily and they're harder to get to. They don't have to be impossible to get to. You don't have to like freeze them in ice or anything like that. And just doing that subtle change, you will eat, and the studies show, you'll eat more fruit or vegetables or that healthy option and less of the other. Now, so that's something for yourself. Now, if you want to use, again, this kind of choice architecture or this nudge for your personal relationships, especially your romantic ones, one of my favorite things to do is to change around your bedroom. Your bedroom is where most of us, have sex in the bedroom, most of the time anyway. Hopefully you're having sex other places too, but you really want to have your bedroom have some new energy, and hopefully even some new sexual energy, but just some new energy in there so it feels like more of a happy, light place. So easy fixes are things like painting a wall, moving where the bed is, changing the duvet cover, changing the pillows around the bed. You can do things like making sure you each have a nightstand and the bed isn't pushed against a wall, so kind of room for everybody. It's comfortable and spacious. Definitely if you're using your bedroom for storage or things like that, all that clutter starts to get you, of course, thinking, because things you see, when things are so visual, maybe you start to, every time you walk in your bedroom, maybe you're like, oh, I got to sort through those pictures. There's those boxes of pictures there. Or, oh, I have to get through all that clothing and get it to Goodwill. Or, oh, I have to whatever. And, the last thing on your mind is having hot sex. So you really want to change that. If you're someone, let's say, who maybe you're trying to cut down on your drinking, or pot smoking or something else, maybe at home you're doing a little too much of that or more than you want right now, use choice architecture or a nudge for that. You can, again, if you always drink, let's say, in a certain room or in a certain chair, you can just move where that chair is. You don't even have to throw it away or anything drastic. You don't have to move to another home, but you can move around the furniture. Your brain sees it as new. Your brain completely takes that in as a new thing, and you won't be just going into those same habits like you always do when you walk in the door. So if you always have the beer maybe in the front of the fridge, again, maybe put it in the fridge outside in the garage or something if you have one of those, putting it farther away. There's, again, just changing where things are, how easily accessible and how much you can get to them will really help guide and change your decisions. If you, this is the same way if you turn off the email notifications, that little buzzing or those little visuals that come in when you get a new email. If you're trying to work, if you're trying to really get some work done at work and really trying to get focused on something, turn off those notifications in the same way, right? That seems obvious. You don't look up, you don't see it there on your computer screen. That's the same thing that happens with this nudge theory or this choice architecture. So I want you to really be able to make better decisions in your love life, in your personal life, in your work life. And it's hard enough to make those if the environment is working against you. So really think about how you can change your environment to bring in more of what you want and to decrease or minimize the things you don't. Okay, that's it for today. I'm Dr. Abby Medcalf. I help people create lasting change in their relationships in a relatively short amount of time, whether or not their partner or other people do a thing. Have a great day, everybody.